Good morning, traders, and welcome to the morning update on Thursday, the 5th of May, 2016. Hope you're all well this morning. Fine sunny morning here in London. Now, guys, there's obviously a lot going on this week. For those that are regular listeners on the morning update, you would know that there are a heap of announcements coming through. For those that are new, you should most certainly be aware because it's non-farm payroll week. It's a short trading week as well. We've had a bank holiday here in London. Obviously there are bank holidays dotted around the world. Most importantly, we have had them in Japan as well, which has created a lack of liquidity out in Asia. But first things first, what we should do is just have a quick look at the indexes. The first thing we're looking at right now is the FTSE 100. It's the UK blue chip index. Right now, the FTSE is floating at 6,133 for those that. For the delegates that have been listening to the Trading Tuesday, we were looking at shorting this. It's three sessions on the trot now where the FTSE has fallen, very much like many indexes globally, and we have literally successfully traded this all the way down to this medium-term level of support and resistance at 61186. Price action right now has just literally propped itself right on top of that level and supporting itself there. Has tested it this morning, and we should most likely see a break and potentially a retest of this. I'm going to be trading this all the way down to the 6,000 level, and we'll see how it goes. Having a look over to another trade that we've been in as well is the S&P. S&P is doing really well as well on the short side. We've obviously seen a slight pullback yesterday, and coming in from where it was initially back up the 2070 mark, 2075 mark, and we've traded it short since, and probably looking to get out of this trade at some point later on this afternoon for myself. But for those people, and I'm just letting you know that I am more of an intraday trader. For those people that are looking for that for longer term analysis, most certainly what I would be doing is, if you were looking to trade this for the longer term, looking to trail your stop and potentially finding a re-entry into this, because we do expect to carry on falling in the near term. Now moving on to the news, there has been a number of different things that have been going on. The first thing I'm going to have a look at is WTI here. In fact, if we just keep it on this chart here and just move it over to WTI like so, what we've seen is after this initial pullback, WTI is up, but it has been driven. Oil has been moving off certain factors that are going around globally. First things first, there has been a wildfire in Canada which has disrupted the oil sands production out there, and there is also been an escalation of certain fighting in Libya, which has really threatened the output out there, and just off the back of that, what we've seen a rally, and we've seen a jump in the price of oil. It's right now floating at 45.13. WTI is. Probably do expect it to get up to around the 50 mark, which is considerably higher. But if price action were to jump in and around to the 50 mark, then I would probably fundamentally expect it to fall. Let's remember that that's the benchmark for US shale. Now that is it's obviously a lot more expensive, but we shouldn't expect it to break through that and carry on surging, because then we would be in a situation where we would have an oversupply again. So that's oil. Having a look at the most important news right now is most certainly looking at the dollar, and the dollar has had a turnaround from a few days ago. We can see we're looking at the dollar index right now. Did break that 92.50 level, coming down and hitting a low of that 91. or 92 flat, 91.88. That's recorded on this chart, but most people are seeing it at 92 flat on the dollar index. Right now is floating at 93.45. So we've seen a surge in the greenback. Has been helped by some data that's been coming out over the last couple of days. U.S. services sector is expanding, so that's obviously favorable of growth out in the U.S. And there is signs of employment being boosted. Remember, we've got the biggest announcement coming tomorrow. That's really gonna have the biggest impact. But there is a lot of announcements out right now, and that most certainly will have a knock-on effect to the rest of the markets. Again, our prognosis is be careful, be vigilant. Don't just look for trades willy-nilly. The only trades that we were looking for predominantly were the indexes and trading the indexes short. And looking for setups for early next week. But just wrapping up right now, guys, I'm just going to have a look at some key announcements for us. Now, our biggest announcements are going to be predominantly tomorrow, but we have some key announcements. We've got GBP figures coming out very, very shortly on services PMI, and that's going to give a reflection of potentially how the UK economy is standing. Remember, there is a lot of debate with the Brexit, and you know, looking on to tomorrow, or I should say later on this afternoon first, unemployment claims coming out at 1:30 BST, so that's British Summer Time, and the big ones tomorrow on the non-farm payroll. And remember, based on tomorrow's reports, if Friday's payroll report pretty much collaborates the reports coming out with the growth out in America, then a June rate may potentially be an option on the books, which will sit favorably with the greenback, and I'm sure everyone's eyes are going to be tuned into those tomorrow. Looking forward to next week. Okay, guys, have a fantastic day. Until next time, happy trading. Bye-bye.